Folks, do you remember this clip? The clip heard around the world. The clip that will be following Angel Reese for the rest of her career. As long as her games don't sell out, as long as her games don't attract a good number of celebrities, as long as her games don't have any type of viewership motion, for lack of better terms, as long as all those three facts remain the same, this clip is going to follow her forever.
Have you ever noticed how the boldest statements tend to fall apart with just a simple question? That's exactly what happened recently when a Chicago Sky reporter asked Angel Reese to explain a strong comment she made last season. People watch women's basketball because of Me Too. Her short, two-word reply has now gone viral, and not in a good way.
It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of Me Too, and I want y'all to realize that.
We'll get to that awkward moment in a bit, but first, let's look at the numbers. Is Angel Reese really the main attraction, or has she just been benefiting from Caitlin Clark's spotlight? This situation is a perfect reminder to think before making bold claims. If you're Team Clark, drop baby goat over baby giraffe in the comments. Let's get into it.
It's been so long since I've seen this clip, I forgot how arrogant Angel Reese sounded. I forgot how full of herself Angel Reese sounded. I forgot not only how nasty she sounded, the nasty facial expressions coinciding with her answer. You can see it clear as day. It's written on her face. She's disgusted that she's not getting the credit that she deserves.
Remember when Angel Reese boldly claimed, "People watch women's basketball because of Me Too"? Well, that statement from last year's WNBA season just came crashing down in a big way. Looks like the reality check was really meant for her.
Sorry, young lady. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody would be watching the WNBA. Additionally for you, this is all about Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is bringing the money to the game, the planes to the game, the TV viewership. The WNBA is on fire because of Caitlin Clark.
During her intense rivalry with Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese didn't just see herself as a talented player. She positioned herself as a key reason people were tuning in. After LSU beat Iowa a couple of years ago, Reese stepped into the spotlight without hesitation. She took credit for the record-breaking viewership, suggesting she was just as important as Clark. The message was clear. Women's basketball needed both of them to thrive.
So Angel Reese was asked about this exact statement, and she decided to duck.
Fast forward to a recent Chicago Sky press conference at the start of the 2025 season. A reporter asked Angel Reese directly if she still believed people were watching women's basketball because of her.
Last year, you made a powerful statement saying the reason people are watching women's basketball is not just because of one player, but because of you too. A year later, do you feel like you're getting...
Next question.
Yeah, we'll move on. Thank you. Move on to Zoom.
Her response. Two awkward words that said it all. Next question. The tension in the room was palpable. There was no explanation, no defense, no stats to back up her bold claim, just a quick brush-off that revealed more than any explanation ever could.
Now, keep in mind, whoever asked this, and there's people clowning the person that asked this, it was her statement going during the basketball season from last year, and the person's asking for her current feelings on said statement, her own statement. She pulled a next question. She ducked that. She duck goose that right out of existence.
This moment wasn't just awkward. It was telling. When asked to back up her bold statement, Angel Reese couldn't provide any real evidence. And honestly, why try? The numbers tell a different story than the one she presented last year. Take a look. Last season, the Chicago Sky averaged just 8,000 fans per game. Meanwhile, the Indiana Fever sold out every game at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, drawing over 17,000 fans each time.
She talked about sold out arenas. What arenas are selling out that Caitlin Clark isn't playing in? I need to know. I need to know. But the Las Vegas Aces. No, the Las Vegas Aces sell out their season tickets. Tell me somebody who's selling out every damn place they go that's not named Caitlin Clark. Tell me somebody who's attracting celebrities, numerous celebrities everywhere they go, not named
Now, fast forward to this year. Let's talk about Reese's preseason homecoming game at LSU, where she should have had huge support. After all, this is where she won a championship and built her brand. But only 6,000 fans showed up at Pete Maravich Assembly Center, which holds over 13,000. Not even half full for the return of their champion. That's hardly the strong show of star power she might have expected.
Her statements from last year, that's from a circus. That was a clown show statement to have made about watching for us and blah, 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 blah.
It gets even worse when you look at her other preseason games. The Chicago Sky's home game against the Minnesota Lynx attracted just 4,600 fans, barely filling a fraction of the arena. Another game in Minnesota against the Lynx drew 7,600 fans, but let's be real, most of those were there to see the home team. These aren't the numbers of someone leading a basketball revolution, they're just typical WNBA attendance figures.
We're going to find out very quickly who amongst the Chicago Sky fans are really and truly basketball fans, or are they Angel Reese, the content creator fans? Because, and you got some of those folks obviously tuning in for basketball, but is it because of Angel Reese or for the best interest of the Chicago Sky team and you want to see them win ball games?
The pattern is undeniable. Game after game, the attendance speaks volumes, something Angel Reese seems unwilling to confront. After the LSU game, Reese's mother stepped in to do some damage control on social media, hosting
Angel Reese's mom taking to X to tweet this. After all of the hullabaloo about Caitlin Clark and the high ratings, she says, that certain fan base looking in the stands celebrating attendance, while others are looking up in the rafters celebrating championship banners. We ain't the same. Different year, same haters. Have a great day. Well, all right. It is a different year, and it is the same haters, but I think you're calling yourself out, Mama Reese.
The defensive response says it all. When you can't back up your claims with facts, you attack those pointing them out. That next question moment wasn't just Reese avoiding a reporter. It was her sidestepping the uncomfortable truth about her actual impact on attendance. She made a claim she can't support, and now the numbers are catching up. They speak for themselves, showing clearly that something doesn't add up. And trust me, these figures will look even worse when compared to Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. The reality is, there's a big difference between claiming you're a draw and actually being one.
And said next question, so she doesn't want to take responsibility for her own words.
While Angel Reese avoids questions about her impact, Caitlin Clark lets the numbers do the talking. The attendance figures are so clear, they'd almost make it embarrassing for anyone who tried to compare themselves to her.
Angel Reese voluntarily went on a, quote, they're watching for me too, and I want y'all to realize that rant, because she wanted that attention. She created the drama, asking her about her comment as we enter a new season is perfectly normal and not stirring things up. Absolutely.
Remember Caitlin Clark's homecoming game at Carver Hawkeye Arena. The 15,000-seat venue sold out in just 45 minutes. Faster than it takes to watch a single quarter of basketball. Fans weren't just buying tickets, they were scrambling to get them. And who could blame them? This wasn't just another game. It was a phenomenon.
It's Caitlin Clark Mania, and here we go again. 1.3 million people tuned in on Sunday afternoon to see Caitlin Clark return to Iowa as a professional and start raining in three-pointers from ridiculous distances.
Reese's camp might argue her fan base is limited to Iowa and Indiana, but let's look at the facts. Caitlin Clark's jersey was the second best-selling in basketball in 2024, right behind the legendary Steph Curry. Angel Reese isn't even in the top 10. Clark is the only WNBA player in that list. Think about that. She's selling more merchandise than NBA stars, including LeBron James. Analysts predict she's on track to secure the second spot in all-time WNBA jersey sales by her sophomore season. These aren't just strong numbers. They're history-making.
What about viewership? Tell me everybody who's getting consistently over 1 million views on their basketball games, not named Caitlin. Oh, okay. And then Angel Reese goes into, I'll be happy to play the villain role. I'll be happy to play the villain, but don't be mean to me. Don't be mean to me. But I'll be happy to play the villain role.
Want to see the contrast even clearer? Take a look at the ticket prices. Preseason games featuring Caitlin Clark are averaging more than $600 per ticket. Yes, you read that right. Over $600 for an exhibition game. Those numbers would make some NBA teams jealous. In fact, it's the highest average ever recorded for any basketball game, men's or women's, at any level. Clark didn't just break records, she shattered them.
Angel Reese, why are we next? This guy set you up perfectly to give an answer of you being full of yourself. Oh, I'm so glad you asked that. They are only watching because of me too. They only know that other girl because of me too. They only go to her games instead of my games because of me too. They only watch all of her games instead of watching all of my games because of me too. She's the #1 jersey seller in the WNBA. Why? Because of me too. That's why. Time Magazine Sports, because of me. Everything Caitlin Clark has is because of me. Angel, you could have done that.
The impact goes beyond just filling arenas. Teams scheduled to play the Indiana Fever are actually moving their home games to larger NBA arenas to meet the demand. This has never happened for Angel Reese or any other player in the league's history. Then there's the merchandise boom. The Fever's Now You Know campaign, focused on Caitlin Clark, has seen sales soar across all product categories. They even created a tour-style t-shirt that says, "Every game is a home game," highlighting how Clark packs arenas wherever she plays. The campaign isn't hiding it. The Fever is now a must-watch team, and everyone knows exactly why.